Hello there! For those of you who missed our event last night or wanted to go back through the material, I know it was a lot. I'm going to kind of chunk down the pieces as a recap for those of you. Hopefully we'll get the actual event version up. For you, I really want to, like I said, give you digestible pieces that you can then take back, work through, reflect on them, take out your journals, write things down, and then at the next meeting we can discuss them. We can spend the beginning portion going through what our questions were, what keeps coming up, what's been going on in her mind. Before we begin, this is going to kind of be our warm up into the event, the stuff that we spoke about last night. And this is how we start our event. This is how we are going to start every event is by getting into a really good mental place. I have been studying Dr. Caroline Leaf, who is an amazing neuroscientist, neurologist, and she's actually been reducing the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia and reversing the effects. And a big piece is detoxing our brain, getting rid of all that noise in our brain, getting rid of all the stuff that is pulling us outside of our meeting last night, that's taking us elsewhere at home, at our work, at our business, all the things that we have to do. So take out your journal, set your alarm for 3 minutes, get rid of all of your thoughts. Because every meeting, I want us to start it with a very clear mind so that we have room to take in new information, that we're not being pulled outside of the room, outside of the event, outside of our time together, because this is really time for you and me to work on our stuff. So just journal down. It could be the to-do things. It could be your emotions going into this. It could be all the things that are overwhelming you at the moment. Just get it all out. Put it in your journal. I've been doing this every morning for about 10 minutes. She says optimally we should be doing it for 16 minutes a day. The benefits, it's going to make our mind stronger. When our mind is stronger, that shapes our brain. And there are actual proven results of structural changes to our brain by just doing this activity for 16 minutes every day. Okay? So pause this recording, take 3 minutes, dump out your brain, basically. Do a brain dump. We always feel better after a brain dump. It's like cleaning out our closets. Okay? And now hopefully you are back, you're feeling refreshed, you're feeling ready to dive in. So to begin, we have goals. We all have goals in our life. Problem is, we have these dreams, we have these goals, but we really don't know what to do with them. We don't know what our steps forward are with them. We usually don't have the right beliefs aligned with those goals. So to begin, take a step back for you to see. We did our checklist for our goals. So I want you to again take out your journal and write down what are 3 goals for your retirement. Okay? One could be to get healthy, one could be to volunteer more, one can be to feel very secure with your money. Maybe your goal right now is to grow your business, to grow your savings, pay off debt, be more generous with your money. What are our goals? So I want you to write them down. Make them as clear as you can. If they're monetary goals, put a value next to them. Or maybe it's to get fit and healthy, so it's losing a certain amount of weight or being able to bench press a certain amount of weight, whatever your goal is. Do it so that it's as measurable as we can give it. When we don't have a clear idea of what our goals are, it's like shooting darts blindly. So many women keep asking, how much is enough? How do I know I have enough? What's my number? What's that magic number? When we don't have an idea of what that number is, we're shooting darts. We're either stocking everything we can into savings, or we're not saving any money and we're terrified because we aren't saving any money. So that's why it's really good to write down our goals. The next piece is getting stretchy, our stretchy path. So it's like, oh, I don't have a rubber band on me, but you can think of a rubber band. When you pull it back and you let go and it snaps and it hits you really hard. My daughter does this she likes to bite my headband, and then it snaps her in the face and she cries. And it scares her, so she doesn't want to do it again. So whenever we have a goal, we have to get stretchy to achieve that goal. Everything we want is outside of our comfort zone, otherwise we would already have it. So how are we going to stretch ourselves to hit that goal? An example is if you really want to get fit and healthy, but going to the gym intimidates you. You don't want people judging you, you don't want to look stupid doing the equipment, you don't really know what to do with the equipment, so you avoid it. Well, signing up to go to the gym is your first step of getting stretchy. Maybe finding a trainer, finding a nutritionist, all of that is getting yourself a little bit uncomfortable to hit your goal. Joining the club is a great example. You probably weren't very comfortable joining a club. Like, what is this thing? What's this thing Jess is throwing me into? I'm really nervous about it. I don't like sharing about my money with other people. I have a call with a woman a little bit, and the club would have been great for her, but she was so scared to talk about her money in front of people. So I kind of have to do a warm up with her, just working with me as a stretch. Hopefully we'll get her into the club soon, but she's missing out on so much benefits from the club. So stretch yourself, because when we stretch a rubber band slowly each time and you let go, it doesn't hurt as much. So we will want to stretch you so much that you get smacked in the face, you don't want to do it again. We want to work into it. And by doing the stretchy stuff, when you have the support group as your safety net, it really helps you, because you're not the only one getting uncomfortable. You're not the only one going through this. You're not the only one having these fears, these thoughts, these concerns. You have all the women in the club. You have me. They're guiding you, being your safety net, carrying you along the way. So how are you going to get stretchy to hit these 3 goals? One could be joining the club. One could be trusting your decision to join the club, to work with me, so that you can then trust yourself to make the right decisions. Okay. So how are you going to get stretchy? Is it dealing with your money every month, looking at your spending every month? That's very uncomfortable for people. Is it asking for help when you really want to run away from the issue? How are you going to get stretchy to hit your goals? That makes sense? Cool. Next, we have, what is our overall vision? What are we working towards? And you really need to picture, who do you want to be now, and who is the person you want to be in retirement? And Lisa did a really good job going into, who are we? What is our purpose? Who do we want to be? Later in the club, we're going to sit down, write letters to ourselves, and really think about, who is that person? What does she feel like? What does she dress like? What is her overall mood, her attitude? What is her thought on life? Who is this person we are working towards? Because we're working towards being the best person, the best version of ourselves, the best person we can be. So what is your vision? I know for my own business, when I didn't have a vision, I was getting pulled in so many different ways. It was really hard to recognize, what are the opportunities I should be going after versus the things that are just taking up my time. And it's like throwing darts blindly. And that's when you get burnout. You're getting pulled in so many different ways, and you're not being very efficient with your time, with your money, with your relationships, especially. So understanding, what is the overall vision that you are working towards? What is your overall vision for retirement? What is your overall vision for your health? Okay. So maybe your retirement is to not worry about money, live by the shore, travel, spend time with your family. Now that we know what the vision is, now we can be a lot more intentional with our steps leading up to that, with where we're saving our money, with where we're spending our money, how we're investing our money, where we're dedicating our time and our resources. Make sense? And that leads back to the final piece to journal about, our why. So first we had our goals, and we had, for each goal, how are we going to get stretchy? What is that first step to hit that goal? Then we have to reflect on, what is our overall vision? We have these goals. Do they even fit into what our vision is? And then we have our why. So going back to that health, wanting to focus on our health and our well-being. Maybe it's so that you can play with your grandkids, so that you can experience life with your grandkids. Or maybe it's because you put off travel during your working days, and you've been wanting it to be a big piece, a big part of your retirement. And you want to be healthy. You want to be able to enjoy those trips. You don't have to worry about surgeries or getting hurt or your knees failing you. You want to be able to enjoy those trips. So maybe getting healthy is so that you can do your bucket list that you've been putting off doing for so many years. Okay. So that is our why. What is driving us? And always remembering what is our vision, what is our why, because that's what's going to keep us going when we want to just give up. We just want to stop it all. What is our why? We were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if you can see on my computer. I have Post-its all over my computer here. I have them all over my ThinkFix office. And that's because I stare at my why every day. And I even wrote myself a letter. Where is that? That I read to myself every once in a while when I need a reminder of what I'm doing. Letter to myself. And I add to it each time. So it'll put Post-its on your computer. You can put it on your mirror. Post-its are awesome. They don't leave marks. You can change them out. If you make a shift in your life or a transition, or maybe you hit a certain goal, keep them front and center of mind. That really helps hold you accountable and remind yourself why you're doing all this work, why you're coming, dedicating time into the club, dedicating me time for yourself, because it's not just about you, it's about the women around, your family around you, the women around you, your kids, family, all that, okay? And then lastly, what are the beliefs you need to have to hit these goals? So one belief that I mentioned earlier is the belief that you are smart enough, you're wise enough, you're experienced enough to trust your decisions with money, or to trust that you are in the right place to get the right decisions for your money. That could be a belief. Your belief could be that you are worthy of having this retirement. Your belief could be that you are worthy of going on this trip and not feel guilty of spending money. You are worthy of having good health. A belief could be that you are saving the right amount of money, or you're working towards saving the right amount of money. Sometimes, and Dr. Caroline Leaf talks about this in her book, our beliefs need to be something that's not so far out there. So that I want to become a very dynamic speaker. Maybe I don't feel that way about myself now, but I can use language like I am becoming a dynamic speaker. I am working hard to become a dynamic speaker. I am actively trying to become a dynamic speaker. So you can use beliefs like, I am trying to trust myself with my money decisions. I am working hard to get educated on retirement so that I can retire securely. Things like that will really help with the beliefs. And then as you say those beliefs every day, you can put them on Post-its again, all over where you're going to see them front and center, because you want to say them every day. You want to say them throughout your day, throughout the week, whenever you have a negative thought, a negative belief chirping in your brain. You want to silence that. Bring in these beliefs. You'll start to believe them more and more and feel more confident with them. Okay, so that is a really good warm-up into the stuff that we discussed during our time together. All right, so stay tuned for more information and more digestible pieces for this. So I gave you a lot to reflect on, a lot to journal about. The best way to take in information is to do it in small chunks. Ask yourself about the chunks that you're reading or watching or listening to. Have an active conversation in your brain about how you're listening, what are the takeaways, write them down, and then discuss them. So that's what we did last night. We did a lot of writing down. We did a lot of sharing with a partner, discussing them in the group in total. That's what's going to help all of this information get put into our long-term memory and not just get forgotten tomorrow, because that's not what we want. We don't want to work so hard and then it's gone by next year. We really want to make an impact on our brain, long-term memory, and it'll only help our memory. It will help end haphazard thinking and all that good stuff. All right, so get to work, get your journals out, start reflecting, We'll share about this stuff during our next meeting so we can discuss it. We'll keep it front and center and keep working on it. All right.